Today, we are in Winter Garden checking out a brand new community with a low HOA and no CDD, surrounded by A-plus schools, and to top it all off, we are within 20 minutes of Walt Disney World and all of its main attractions. So if you're looking to build a family here or integrate a family into this lifestyle, make sure you guys stay tuned because you're not going to want to miss this one. Everyone, and if you're new here, my name is Dylan Concepcion, a trusted Central Florida real estate advisor, and I go all over Central Florida to our new construction communities and homes so you guys don't have to. So thanks for stopping by, and it is a pleasure to have you guys here. Today we are checking out a brand new home that has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and sits right at a square footage of 2,500 square feet. And now before we take a look inside the home, I just want to make sure you guys are clear and understand where we are currently located. And today we are in Winter Garden, Florida. And as you can see on the map, Winter Garden's boundaries are currently being outlined, and the community we're focusing on is located just on the southern side of Winter Garden. This prime location puts us within 20 minutes of Walt Disney World with direct road connections to Disney's main routes, making travel to the parks incredibly convenient. And beyond that, we're also just under 30 minutes from downtown Orlando, giving you easy access to all of the city's main attractions, dining and entertainment, whether you're commuting for work or heading out for fun. This area offers a fantastic balance of convenience and lifestyle. And located just 5 to 10 minutes away from our community is going to be the Flamingo Crossings Town Center. And it's going to have all of our shopping needs here. We're going to have our grocery options such as Target, as well as our Walgreens, and then our fast food and casual dining options as well. Things like Dunkin', Starbucks, obviously if you're big coffee fanatics, you know that's important to have nearby, as well as in a bunch of other options, one of them being Pieology, which we will be checking out at the end of the video. Welcome in everybody, and just reiterating myself, our home has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and sits right at a square footage of 2,500 square feet. So with that being said, we're going to jump straight into this tour, starting off in our foyer. And now guys, our community does due to be built, so you will be seeing upgrades throughout this model, and just keep in mind you will have the opportunity to choose those at the design center. Now, as soon as we open the home, what I really like is we're gonna have our staircase directly to the right of us, leading upstairs to our 2nd story. And I really like the look of our banister in this home. Now, it is going to be that is an upgraded banister, so keep that in mind, guys. What you get is typically the half wall, but I love the upgrade that we see here. And you guys would most likely get the opportunity to choose this at our design center. Now, just on the opposite side of our foyer, we're going to have an entire flex space here. What I really like about this space is having those 2 front-facing windows that bring in a great amount of natural light. Another thing I admire about this space being just up front is for all my folks that work at home, obviously this is a huge benefit to anybody who may work at home, myself included. Obviously having a nice secluded place in the front of the home, especially with the natural light beaming in, it's definitely a benefit to have in the home. So continuing down our foyer, leaving our flex space, we're going to have a small coat closet just right here under the stairs, or as I like to refer to them as the Harry Potter room. Not that we use coats all that much in Florida, but FYI guys, we did have a pretty long and chilly winter this year, so you may be wanting to leave that space clear of storage so you can start putting some coats in there. Now, to the left of me is an actual storage room. I'm not entirely sure what this space is for, but as you guys can see, it's just an empty room and it looks like they're using it to just store stuff. So this would definitely be a good room to, you know, seasonal decorations or anything big that doesn't fit in other closets. It would be nice to have it right there as well. So if we can come down this hallway, we're actually going to have a linen closet just right here, and I'll show you guys right now. Now it's not much of a linen closet. There's not many shelves. We just have the one rack, obviously, but it is outside, right outside of the half bath. Now it's entirely up to you what you use these closet spaces as. I mean, you have a good amount of storage space in. I know that typically for my folks coming from up north, you guys are coming from having 3 floors, basement, second story, and then obviously your ground level. Here we don't have that, so it's good to see that you do have closets here and there where you can store a lot of that extra stuff that you guys may not need. So next up is going to be our kitchen, our living room, our dining space. So we're gonna start off in the heart of the home, our kitchen. So follow me just this way. We have this beautiful island along with the deep sink on it, along with these beautiful hangable fixtures and those 42-inch upper cabinets you guys are seeing. And now one thing I like about these builders is, as I mentioned earlier, if you don't like any of this stuff, you have the opportunity to change it at the design center if you would like to do a to-be built. Now what I like about these builders is that they give you 4 options to choose from: the Element, the Loft, the Classic, and the Farmhouse. And we are currently in the Farmhouse. Again, one thing that's nice is that these fixtures convey. Fixtures are going to convey depending on which one you do. It's just gonna change the fixture. So like I said, we're in the Farmhouse, so we're gonna have the black accents, the black hardware, the black sink nozzle, as you guys can see. And within all those packages, you'll have the options of colors of floor type, cabinet colors, and all that jazz. So all the good stuff that you guys wanna see in a to-be built, you will have the option to choose from. Now right here, we have what is referred to as a gourmet kitchen when you get the microwave on top of the stove, like the oven like this. Typically it's a gourmet kitchen upgrade. What you would typically get is you're gonna get cabinet space here, you're gonna lose the microwave, and you're gonna lose the range and hood. And the microwave, along with the connecting cabinets, are going to go right there. Real quick, one thing I do like before we continue walking forward, is going to be, we have extra seating right here under our breakfast bar, which is nice to see. You don't have just our 3 seats that go here, but you also have the side seating as well. Just small little thoughtful details that are always add to a home. Now our refrigerator, our washer, and our dryer do not convey, but you can pick them out with an appliance package at your design center, or if you're going with an inventory home, they typically actually fill up all the inventory homes with their fridge, washer, and dryer. So you get every single appliance. They want to incentivize you guys to jump on those faster, sooner than later, so that they don't have to pay the utility bills and all that stuff. So continuing down just this way, speaking real briefly on this island, we have a sink on the island, and we get this huge single deep sink right here, which I'm definitely obsessed with. I mean, guys, this is a really deep sink. You can fit all your dishes, your kids, your dogs, whatever. If you want to bathe yourself, you can bathe in there if you like. Now, segueing back to this side, our appliances. This stove is actually going to be standard. This is a gas stove. Yes, a gas stove. We are in an all-natural gas community, so every home comes equipped with our gas stoves. And now, let's test it out real quick. Let's see if we get it. Yes. We get the soft close as well. Real quick before I walk off, we have our dishwasher just right there as well. And just behind me is going to be our pantry. And we have a nice size walk-in pantry in this home. As you guys can see, they have it staged so you get a good idea at what it looks like to have all of your belongings in. And now just adjacent from our kitchen, if you follow me just this way, mind you, don't take too much of a look at the living room. We will get to that very shortly. We're going to have a small dining space just right here. And as you guys can see, we can easily fit a nice table. We have those 2 windows that are gonna bring in a good amount of natural light to the dining space in our overall entertainment area. And like I said, guys, this chandelier, I'm not 100% if that is, something that comes with the 4 design packages, but this is like the farmhouse design, the black accents that we get throughout the home. So if we come just adjacent and on the opposite side of our dining room kitchen area, we're going to have our living room. And we get a bunch of natural light coming in from those huge lanai doors, along with our ceiling fan as well. Typically, like I mentioned earlier, the ceiling fans are most likely going to be an upgrade. They do not convey, they're not a standard feature. And now, right there, we can see it. That's where we're gonna put that fat 75-inch screen TV minimum. And now stepping out of the living room, let's walk towards those lanai doors and check them out. So we do have these huge glass lanai doors, and they are the pocket doors, so they're all going to open this way. And you guys are gonna see right now what it's like to just leave these open and walk into our connected backyard space. And now this is what I really love about bungalow homes. If you don't know what a bungalow home is, it's simply put, it's a single family residence where the garage is detached and in the back of the home. So instead of a front facing garage, we have it in the back. And what I love is that you can create a space like this. Just imagine how much of a vibe this would be during those nights where you're entertaining or just leaving the pocket doors open and you see your kids playing back here. Obviously, I'd like to fence it in a little bit to add a little bit more like that touch of privacy, but it's just a really nice feature to have right here. Now, I'd love to show you guys our 2-car garage, but it is locked, so unfortunately I can't. So let's come this way. And I know that obviously, imagine walking in and out of that lanai door all the time. It would be kind of annoying, right? So I love that this door's locked too. Just wait right here. I'll be right back. I think it's really nice to have this door right here so that you can walk in through this one versus opening the slider doors. I've seen a lot of people have like issues opening the slider doors. Sometimes they can be just slightly problematic. So definitely a nice feature to have the regular door just on the off side of it. Just behind this is going to be another coat closet. It's only one rack, so it's more storage for you guys. And if you guys would follow me just this way, we're going to walk all the way back to the front of the home, but it gives you guys a good idea at obviously what this home looks like to just kind of stroll straight through it. So it's definitely a nice feature. One thing I forgot to mention was that backsplash. I love me a subway tile backsplash, but if you don't, obviously you guys will have the opportunity to change it at the design center. And now back at the front of the home, we're going to finally walk up our stairs. So I'll meet you guys upstairs. All right. Welcome upstairs, everybody. Now, one thing I definitely do like about coming up the stairs is that we have those 2 windows and this very tall ceiling right here, giving us a little bit of that natural light coming in from these 2 windows. Now, upstairs, as soon as we get up, to the right of us is going to be a small loft-like area where you guys can see they have the desk and the little reading nook. Now, just coming this way, we're gonna have our first 2 bedrooms and then our first full bath just right here. So let's walk into, we're gonna save this one. We're gonna call this one bedroom number 2, bedroom number 1, just this way. And in bedroom number 1, you're gonna get that side-facing window, bringing in a decent amount of natural light, as well as a ceiling fan. And like I mentioned, guys, that most likely isn't going to be standard. That's something you can pick out at the design center. And just on this side of the bedroom is going to be where we have our slider doors for our closet. And we have a little bit of a noisy door here. I'm gonna just gently close that as we exit bedroom number 1 and step into bedroom number 2. And I'm honestly very jealous with bedroom number 2 because we're going to have those beautiful French doors that lead to our balcony. We also get a ceiling fan in this bedroom. Now, again, this does not convey, but I am super jealous that this bedroom has a balcony. Like, what is going on, guys? I'm gonna open these doors up right now. I know you already got a little bit of a peek, but we're gonna walk out together. Guys, I'm so jealous that one of our kids' bedrooms gets to have this beautiful balcony, and just imagine being able to enjoy this space, whether it be on a beautiful night or a very nice day, simply just sitting outside and enjoying your outdoor space. It's very calming and a very nice feature to have. I feel like we don't see balconies too often in homes, so definitely a nice feature to have on this one. Even though one of well, in this house at least, our little darling gets to keep the balcony, right? But trust me, I'd be walking through my daughter's room every single day to get to that balcony. So if we come out this way, we're gonna have our first bathroom just right here. But first, I'm gonna show you the linen closet. So we have a small linen just right here. All right, now we're gonna step into our first full bathroom. So in our first floor bathroom, we are going to have a single sink, and we have a lot of countertop space. And as you guys can see, because we're in the farmhouse, we're getting those black accents. And now another thing I definitely like is going to be the privacy we have. Obviously, if you have a boy and a girl, our girl doesn't have to do her makeup while our son is taking, we actually get to close this door and have that separate space. Now what's back here isn't just our throne. We're also going to have a shower tub combo, and we have these subway tiles that go up about 3/4 of the way to the ceiling. And now exiting our first full bathroom, we're going to step back into our hallway space and walking past this loft. One thing I briefly want to mention is that we're seeing all LVP flooring up here. Now keep in mind that is going to be an upgrade, right? What is going to come standard is going to be carpet all throughout the upstairs. That's our standard feature. But again, you guys will have the opportunity to change that at our what? Our design center, if you guys would like to go to a to-be built. Now we've reached our destination. Behind you guys is our master bedroom. But first, let's take a quick look at this laundry room. And now we're gonna step straight into our master bedroom. And in our master, we have these beautiful upgraded tray ceilings with crown molding. And you're gonna get those 4 LEDs along with that ceiling fan. And keep in mind, guys, that's going to be an upgrade. And another feature I love about this bedroom is we have these 3 oversized windows, bringing in a ton of natural light, making our space feel so bright and beautiful. And real quick, one thing I wanna mention is that we have these accent walls. Those do not convey. That's everything you can do after you guys close. So definitely models have always those good ideas and inspiration on how you can take your home to that next level. So we are walking into our master bathroom right now. So let's step in. And the first thing we see as soon as we step into our master bathroom is going to be our throne room. And we are also going to have those double his and hers vanity sinks. And as you guys can see, we have the farmhouse design. That's where all these black accents are coming from. And I'm really a big fan of, one, I love the countertops, of course, and 2, I just love this vanity design. Now, just behind me is going to be these all glass step-in shower enclosure, and you guys see it. We have those subway tiles that are going about 3/4 of the way to the ceiling with that rainfall shower head. And I love when the builders add in a window, just adding that natural light, making our bathroom just a little bit brighter without having to have the lights on. So just this way is going to be our master closet. So let's go ahead and walk in. And now we are seeing LVP in our master closet as well, but keep in mind, guys, just like our upstairs, we would get the carpet in our master closet, just like the rest of the upstairs. And that is going to conclude our home tour for the day. So all that's left for you guys to do is stick around for our food vlog, as well as Coach C and his numbers breakdown. And I'll catch y'all in the kitchen for the outro. Peace. All right, everybody, we are at the Flamingo Crossings Town Center, which is gonna be just about 5 to 10 minutes from our community. And it's gonna have all of our shopping needs here. We're gonna have our grocery options such as Target, as well as our Walgreens, and then our fast food and casual dining options as well. You're gonna have your Wendy's, PDQ, things like Dunkin', Starbucks. Obviously, if you're big coffee fanatics, you know that's important to have nearby, as well as Firehouse Subs and a bunch of other options. One of them being Pieology, which I'm super excited to try. If you guys know me, you know I love pizza, so we're gonna go try out this Pieology place. Let's go. All right, we picked up the food. Now, quick little explanation is this pizza place is actually kind of like a Chipotle, where you go inside and you get to make and pick all your toppings and pretty much choose your pizza dough, yada yada. So what I got is, we got rising crust. The base dough is actually going to be thin and crispy. You gotta pay $3 extra to get the fluffy crust, which is what we did do. So I did 2 toppings. If you do 3 toppings or more, you pay a little bit extra. If you do 2 toppings or less, I think it's just included. But we do have my favorite 2 toppings on a pizza, typically mushroom and pepperoni. They got the little cut pepperoni, so we're gonna see how this pizza tastes. Oh wow, that's really good. That's a really good pizza. That's a really good pizza. I'm gonna have to give that one a, oh, I don't know, let me get another bite. I'm gonna give that one, dude, 7.8, 7.9, almost an 8. It really is really good. The only thing holding me back is the price. Now you are going to pay a little bit more. This is expensive pizza. I paid $17 for an 11-inch, so, but obviously it's novelty. You know, you get to customize and do your own thing. Go ahead, you take a bite. My camera lady, Alana's gonna take a bite off camera. Let us know what she thinks while I finished off this crust. Overall, really good though. Again, you're just gonna be paying a little bit more. We are in Winter Garden where everything's a little bit fancier, so. What do you think? That's good, right? Mm-hmm.
That's a really good pizza.
Oh yeah. Here, what would you rate it?
What would I rate it?
Yeah.
I'd probably give it like an 8 or 9.
8 or 9.
I like it.
Yeah, it's good pizza.
The crust is really good. I don't feel like it's too greasy.
No, I don't. I feel like it's not too greasy. And again, everything is good. I think the only reason why I rated it 7.8 is because of the price. But as you guys can see, we got an entire pie to finish, so we will take care of that. I do like Pieology, and I definitely would come back. I recommend you guys stop by too. Coach G is going to take over with our numbers breakdown, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that, and I'll catch you on the kitchen for the outro. Peace. Welcome back, everybody, and thanks for stopping by my class. My name is Coach Contra, and we're going to jump straight into it, starting off with our home value. And our home currently clocks in right at a value of $595,990. And this is going to be a base price, so keep in mind you guys will have the opportunity to go to a design center, pick out all those interior finishes and structural upgrades. And our community has an HOA of $96 a month with no CDD. Next up, we are going to jump into our incentives. You guys currently have the option right now if you close on a home. So mainly quick move-in homes. Obviously, we can't close that fast with a to-be-built, but if you close on a home before May 30th, you'll have the option of either $30,000 in flex funds or a bought down 2.99% interest rate. And then for the following year, it goes up to 3.99, 4.99, and then it locks in at 5%. So we're gonna get 2% lower than what our current market value is, which is huge, even for the rest of the loan. And moving forward, we're going to jump into our tax estimate. Now, keep in mind, guys, I am not a lender. These numbers I bring to you are for educational purposes only to give you guys an idea of where to start. So keep that in mind as we move forward. And we have a tax estimate of $8,939 annually. And now moving forward, we're going to jump into our loan options. And now we do not get an FHA loan on this home because our prices are too high. Our FHA loan limit caps out at about $500K. So jumping directly into conventional, the most common down payments we see are 3, 5, and 10%. So at 3%, our down payment is going to be $17,789. And at 5%, our down payment is going to be $29,799. And at 10%, our down payment is going to be $59,599 with a credit score of 620 to qualify. And now moving into our final loan of the day, our VA loan. So shout out to all my veterans out there. We truly do appreciate everything you guys do. And the VA appreciates it so much that they hook it up with a 100% financing loan that is a big whopping $0 down with a credit score of 620 to qualify. All my veterans are required to bring to the closing table is their closing cost. Speaking of which, closing cost is going to be our final segment. Now I calculated a rule of thumb of 4%. Now on average closing cost, a good rule of thumb could be 3%, depending on builders and other factors as well. At a rule of thumb of 4%, our closing costs are going to be $23,839 for our closing costs. And that is going to be our final segment. So thanks for stopping by, and back to you, Dylan. Thank you, Coach G. We appreciate you as always. And as you guys can see, we are back in the kitchen. And as a final recap, today we were in Winter Garden checking out our builder's Suncrest model. It has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and sits right at a square footage of 2,500. And now this is usually the point in the video where I take a quick second to say thank you to anybody who's still watching, or if you've been showing love and supporting my channel thus far. I truly do appreciate it. And if you haven't heard me say it yet, my name is Dylan Concepcion, a trusted Central Florida real estate advisor. And I go all over Central Florida to our new construction communities and homes so you guys don't have to. So if you found any value in today's video or my previous content, you should consider hitting that like button and subscribing. One, because it is free and it helps my channel go a long way, and who doesn't love free things? But two, it also keeps you guys in the loop so you aren't missing any opportunities similar to this one. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.